guys want to know why Custom Dynamics is the best lighting company in the motorcycle community? Not only is it because they have amazing staff, amazing customer service, and they care about each and every one of their customers. One thing I know, always count on with Custom Dynamics, and that's if I have any problems ever with anything I ever purchased from them, they will make it right. No questions asked. Case in point, my windshield trim light on my Road Glide, the wire started to crack and the backing started to come apart. I reached out to them, I let them know what problems I was having with it. So what did they do? They said, we got you. Replacements were here within 4 days. That's the kind of customer service I look for in a company. And those are the kind of companies that I want to send my hard-earned money to support and make sure they succeed. Because if they succeed, I succeed because I'm getting the best products on my bike that I know is not going to let me down. And if by some off chance there is a problem with that product, they're gonna come through and make it right. So I'm gonna show you, hey guys, how to get these installed. We haven't done an install video on the windshield trim, so I might as well, right? I mean, I gotta do the damn thing anyways, so I might as well show you guys how to get it done yourself when you order yourself a pair of these LEDs. And these things are awesome. They are super bright. I get compliments on these all the time. No exaggeration. People are like, what are those trim lights, or what are those lights on your windshield? I say Custom Dynamics, baby. That's what they are. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. I promise. You put these on your bike, you're gonna have people asking you, where did you get those? Who makes those? Those things are bright. I promise. Let's dive right into it. All right, so just like any time you're doing anything with your lighting, first thing you're gonna wanna do is remove your 50 amp fuse. Anytime you're dealing with electricity and your motorcycle, do yourself a favor to avoid any potential headaches. Remove that 50 amp fuse. That can be found just right inside of your side cover on your left side, on your clutch side. It's just that 50 amp fuse right behind your side cover. And then the dreaded part, I know it sucks, removing our outer fairing, but this needs to come off to be able to access our plugs to plug this stuff in and run our wiring. So we're gonna get the outer fairing removed, get the faulty set off, and then replaced with the new ones. All right, so we got our last bolt just left on here once we took our top vent off. And windshield, and got our other bolts removed. You just leave one in there to prevent this from falling off if you don't have two people. Just lift straight off. Oh, first we need to undo our turn signal lighting. It's just these two wire clips at the top. Just pull that straight out. Set it somewhere where it's not going to get banged up or scratched or kicked accidentally. All right, so now that we got our fairing off, we're going to come up here. And when you're running a bunch of lights and accessories, you're bound to have a bunch of lighting. And to minimize the mess, I try to have it all wrapped up on each side and zip tied all together, just to kind of keep it neat. It still looks a little messy in my opinion. So we'll cut our zip tie because we need to expose this wiring. Just make sure you don't cut any wires. So we'll pull those out, because you're going to see here in a second, I'm piggybacking off of one main lead to run all my Custom Dynamics for my lowers and for the lower fairing inserts and my trim lighting. So we'll take our trim lighting here, pull all our wiring out. All right, so here, do this one side at a time so you don't get lost. So we unhook 2 spots. And I'm gonna leave this one at the top so I don't forget which one it is. It's a lot harder too when you're colorblind, like I am. So we unclipped it here, and then this top one, and that's our full one side. Grab our left side, and the way you can tell is with how it sits on the windshield. So here's our old one. You can see this rubber grommet, this hook piece that hooks into the windshield. So that's going to be the same one. We'll plug it in just like we did before, just in a reverse order. Plug that side in, and then plug that side in. And before we get carried away and start doing the other side, I'm gonna just turn this on real quick and make sure it's working, which it is. Bam, see how bright that is? These things are so bright, and that's with the film still on there. All right, so we know that's hooked up, right? Come back over here. We don't know how much lead we'll need. So I'm going to set this here and straighten all this out. And then we'll just kind of neatly gather up our wiring and put a new zip tie on there. You don't want to zip tie the hell out of this to where you're crushing anything. Just tight enough to where it's holding all this stuff nice and neat. It's just like that. And then we'll trim the excess off of there. So let's get our other side done the exact same way. All right, so once we have it all hooked up and our wiring placed where we want it, we're gonna put our fairing back on after double checking our lighting, which I already did. Both sides are working. And we will get our fairing put back on and mount the new trim light. All right, so here's a pretty important part. When you're putting your windshield and top back on, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're in this zone right there. You want your wire coming out right there so it doesn't get crimped or pinched. This is the spot where it needs to come out, is right there. All right, so now we'll put our top back on, put our windshield back on, and we're gonna take our hardware, Custom Dynamics, because they have matching black hardware if you get the black kit, or chrome if you get the chrome kit. They give you the larger washer, which will go at the base of the screw like that. And then you'll take a smaller washer And then that'll go on like that. And then you'll take a rubber bumper. So it looks like that. So we're gonna take our trim lighting, make sure it's in the wire path area like we just showed you. Like that. Line up your holes on your windshield. And thread in your new hardware. Important thing is over tightening this will cause the paint to chip, and that is not included in the warranty. 1/8" Allen, and just snug it up. Again, you don't need to tighten it down super hard. If you crank these down too hard, they will warp and bend. And then we'll just do the same thing with the rest of them. All right, guys, so once you got them all back installed, got your fairing on all the way, you can put your 50-amp fuse back in. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to sync this up with the brake control unit to where all of our lighting is synced up and working in one pulse. And to do that, we're just gonna turn the bike on, turn on our 4-ways, turn the bike back off, and it's going to go in a weird rhythm for a second. Just like that. And you'll just let that run for like a minute or two, like that. And then it'll all be synced up, working in unison as one big blinker. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this video was of some use to you. If it was, do me a favor and just hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you would, please. And if you're not yet doing so, give these awesome people a subscribe and a follow, Custom Dynamics, because without them, none of this stuff would be possible for us. So shout out to Custom Dynamics. Thank you guys so much again for being such an amazing company and sticking by your products and always being there for your customers. All right, y'all, so that's gonna do it with this one. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out from Utah. We'll see you soon. Bye.